Online scams, how to spot a fake, how to protect yourself and avoid fraud, and where to get help if you've been duped. Keep in mind that crooks use clever schemes to defraud millions of people every year, and they often mix old tricks with new technology to get people to send money or give out personal information. Watch this video to learn some practical tips you can use to stay a step ahead. Note, this is the second video in a trilogy. We recommend you also watch videos 1 and 3. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Cooey. Today I want to talk to you about how to spot a fake, how to protect yourself and avoid fraud, and where to get help if you've been duped in an online scam. I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous. If you're doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. Now, how to spot a fake. Now, there are clues for spotting a fake documents. Documents are easily faked. Some will look just like the real thing, but others might have warning signs such as generic rather than personal greeting, names of organizations that do not exist, poor quality presentation, poor quality grammar and spelling, overly official or forced language. Now, documents such as flight itineraries and bank statements have simple, uncomplicated layouts even when they are legitimate because such businesses allow their customers to print online statements. This means that scammers can easily create fake documents by using information available online, such as company logos and graphics from websites. Clues for spotting a fake email. Now, scammers can easily take an official looking email using the same logo and design as the real company, right? Now, often your guard is down when you receive an email from a company you've dealt with before, such as United States Postal Service or Amazon. If you're not expecting an email, always be alert to a fake before clicking on any links or opening any attachment. How to spot a fake dating profile. Now, online dating is a great thing nowadays. Everybody's finding love on the internet. That's pretty fantastic, but there are unfortunately some scammers also. And when looking at a new dating profile, note anything unusual about their choice of photo, location, interest, language skills matched to the background. So if someone's telling you they are located in the United States, but their English and their spelling and their grammar is a little sketchy, you know that's definitely not true, right? Scammers often use fake photos they found online. Follow-up scams. Scammers will often try to take advantage when you're feeling vulnerable and try to extract more money from you through a follow-up scam. Now, how do you spot a follow-up scam? Some follow-up scams include offers from a law enforcement agency to investigate your scam and retrieve your money for a fee. Remember that law enforcement agencies, at least in the United States and in most developed countries or democratic countries, do not charge for their services. You might have a doctor calling you to alert you that the scammer urgently needs medical bills to be paid or they might die. A woman might contact you explaining that she's the scammer's wife and wants to escape him but needs the money to do so, right? These are only a few of the tens of follow-up approaches scammers may use to try to get more money from you. There are other warning signs. Let's say you receive a letter, email, or text message saying you have won a guaranteed prize in a lottery or competition you did not even enter in the first place, right? This may come from even trusted individuals like family members or colleagues over social media. The sender claims that you are a winner from your email address or social media account being chosen at random. The unexpected prize might be linked to a company which doesn't normally run such competitions, right? And to claim your prize, and this is the biggie, to claim your prize, you are asked to buy a ticket or pay a fee or tax. And you may be asked to provide your bank account details or to send the fee to a PO box number or via a money transfer service. Nowadays, unfortunately, with the advent of the Bitcoin, with the Bitcoin, they're asking you now to pay via Bitcoin because that kind of currency is not like fiat currency. It's untraceable. So anytime you're asked to send any money, any kind of cash or whatever, don't do it. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We're still talking today about online scams, and we're talking about how to spot a fake. I spoke in the earlier section about how to spot a fake. Now I want to talk to you about how to protect yourself and avoid fraud and where to get help if you've been duped. If you love the quality and clarity of the content so far, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell, share, like, and comment below. Please share this content. This is very important because we want as many people to be aware of these practices as possible. And as I said earlier, this show is part of a trilogy. We have already released the video 1. You might want to double check, where we talked about the top 10 online scams that we have identified in the last 20 years. That's the COVID-19 scam, attempts to gain your personal data, buying or selling, dating and romance, fake charities, investments, jobs and employment, threats and extortion, unexpected money, and unexpected winnings. Okay, now how do you protect yourself? The first thing you want to do is be alert to the fact that scams exist. We're not, in a free world. We're not in an honest world. Everybody has their own priorities. So, especially with the advent of the internet, you're talking 8 billion individuals going about their business every single day. And not everybody has a positive view of the world or an honest approach to life as it is. So be alert that, this happens. So whenever you deal with uninvited contacts from people or businesses, whether it's over the phone, by email, mail, in person, or on a social networking site, always consider the possibility that the approach may be a scam. Remember, as we said in other shows, if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. Another way to protect yourself is to know who you're dealing with. Right? If you only ever met someone online or aren't sure of the legitimacy of the business, take some time to do more research. This will just save you so much money down the road. You can do a Google or Bing image search on photos, or search the internet for others who may have had dealings with them. If a message or email comes from a friend or it seems rather unusual or out of character for them, contact your friend directly to check that it was really them that sent it. Make sure you never click on a link without checking the source. If you don't know the source, don't click on it, all right? And do not open suspicious text, pop-up windows, or click on links or attachment in emails. Just delete them. Don't respond to phone calls about your computer asking for remote access. Just hang up. Even if they mention a well-known company such as Microsoft or Dell or any other or Google, just delete. Just hang up. Scammers will often try to turn on your computer to fix a problem or install a free upgrade, which is actually a virus which will give them your password and personal details. Again, if you go back to our first video in this trilogy, you would see that we talked about ransomware and other types of malware. Keep your personal details secure. Right, you want to put on a lock on your mailbox and shred your bills and other important documents before throwing them out. Keep your passwords and PIN numbers in a safe place. Be extremely careful about how much personal info you share on social media sites. Remember, the scammers are everywhere. They can use your information and pictures to create a fake identity or to target you with the scam. Keep your mobile devices and computers secure, right? Always use password protection. You have something called two-factor authentication right now, which is great. Use it. Don't share access with others, including remotely. Update security software and backup content, right? Protect your Wi-Fi network with a password and avoid using public computers or Wi-Fi hotspot to access online banking or provide personal information. Never use a Wi-Fi hotspot to do so. You want to choose your password cautiously. It is important to strike a perfect balance on two things when it comes to choosing passwords. You want the passwords to be difficult for others to guess, but you want to be able to remember it. And after doing those two things, you also want to update the password regularly, because a strong password should include a mix of upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols, and should be updated, as I said earlier, regularly. Don't use the same password for every account profile, and don't share your passwords with anyone. Review your privacy and security settings on social media, whether it is on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest, you name it, eBay. Just, you want to be careful who you connect with and learn how to use your privacy and security settings to ensure you stay safe. Beware also of any request for your details or money, right? If anybody ever gets, now, first of all, the bank will never ask you for your details or money. Never send money or give credit card details, online account details, social security number, or copies of personal documents to anyone you don't know or trust. Don't agree to transfer money or goods to someone else. Don't agree to transfer money or goods for someone else, because money laundering is a criminal offense. Another thing you want to be aware of is be really wary of unusual payment requests, right? If a scammer asks you to use an unusual payment method, for instance, let's say he or she wants you to use a preloaded debit card, gift card, iTunes cards, or virtual currency, as I said earlier, Bitcoin, be really wary. The last thing you want to do to protect yourself is to use caution when shopping on the internet, right? Because offers, again, that seem too good to be true definitely are. Always use an online shopping service that you know and trust, and think twice before using virtual currencies. As I said, Bitcoin, they do not have the same protection as other transaction methods, which means you cannot get your money back once you send it. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We are still having a conversation today about online scams, and I want to talk to you now about how to avoid fraud. Now, remember, the spammers and crooks use clever schemes to defraud millions of people every year. And as I said earlier in the conversation, those scammers often combine new technology with old tricks to get people to send money or give out personal information. Here are some practical tips to help you stay a step ahead. Now, spot imposters. Scammers often pretend to be someone you trust, like a government officials, a family member, a charity, or a company you do business with. Don't send money. Do online searches. Type a company or product name into your favorite search engine, and always use the word review, complaint, or scam next to it. If you search a phrase that describes your situation, like IRS call, you can even search for phone numbers to see if other people have reported them as scams. Don't believe your caller ID. This is important. Never believe your caller ID, because scammers can use fake caller ID information, so the name of number you see on always real. If someone calls asking for money or personal information, hang up. Don't pay upfront for a promise. If somebody asks you to pay in advance for things like debt relief, IRS stimulus check, tax return, credit and loan offers, mortgage assistance, or a job, they might even say you want a price, but first you have to pay taxes or fees, right? If you do, they'll probably take the money and disappear. Now, consider how you pay. Credit cards have significant fraud protection built in, but some payments methods don't. If you wire money through services like Western Union or MoneyGram, you are on your own, because it's nearly impossible to get your money back. That's also true for reloadable cards like MoneyPack or Reloaded, right? And gift cards like iTunes or Google Pay, like I said earlier. Government offices and honest companies would not require you to use these payment methods. Talk to someone. Before you give up your money or personal information, talk to someone you trust. Con artists want you to make decisions in a hurry. They might even threaten you. Slow down, check out the story, do an online search, consult an expert, or just tell a friend, right? Those are basic, common sense ways to avoid fraud. Hang up on robocalls. This is something I do all the time. If you answer the phone and hear a recorded sales pitch, hang up and report it to the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. These calls are illegal and the products are bogus. So don't press 1 to speak to a person or to be taken off the list. That could lead to more calls. Another thing you have to do is to be skeptical about free trial offers. Some companies use free trials to sign you up for products and bill you every month until you cancel. Before you agree to a free trial, research the company and read the cancellation policy, and always review your monthly statements for charges you don't acknowledge. Do not deposit a check and wire money back. By law, banks must make funds from deposited checks available within days. By uncovering a fake check can take weeks. So if a check you deposit turns out to be fake, you are responsible for repaying the bank. All right. So this is very important. So banks must make funds from deposited checks available within days, but uncovering a fake check can take weeks. And last but not least, sign up for free scam alerts from the FTC at ftc.gov/scams so that you can have every information about the FTC and other federal agencies, including the FBI. We'll also talk about the FBI in the third video of this trilogy. All right, I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We are still having a conversation around where to get help if you've been scammed. And if you love the content and the clarity of the content so far, please consider subscribing to our channel. We drop this kind of shows every single day, rain or shine, and we love what we're doing. Now, here are a series of tips you can follow to get help if you've been scammed. Contact people you know. You should warn your friends and family about scams. If you are a business, let your industry association and other contacts know about the scam. You can also even let law enforcement know. Contact your financial information. If you send money or shared your banking details with a scammer, contact your financial information immediately. Recover your stolen identity. If you suspect you are a victim of identity theft, it is important that you act quickly to reduce your risk of financial loss or other damages. You can contact the Federal Trade Commission. This will be part of video number 3, right? So you can also monitor your credit report and financial accounts. You can contact all the 3 credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, and let them know. You can place fraud alerts and security freezes. Right, so another way to prevent further fraud is to place a security freeze or fraud alert on your credit profile. Now, a fraud alert is a service that is offered through the credit bureaus, which is why I wanted you to contact them. It adds one more layer of protection to your identity. If you or someone pretending to be you applies for credit, the creditor will be prompted to verify your identity before extending a line of credit. A security freeze or credit freeze is a service that will lock down a person's credit file so that a lender cannot check their credits. This will prevent criminals from opening new accounts under your name. If you want to open a new account, you can request a temporary lift, apply for the new line of credits, and then let the freeze resume after the application process is finished. You can also report the scams to the authorities. Like I said, we have an entire show dedicated to that, but let me just quickly give you a recap about that. If based on the type of incident, there is an agency or an institution you have to contact. If this relates to banking, you contact your bank or financial information. If this is Medicare, child support, or MyGov related scams, you contact the Department of Human Services Scam and Identity Thefts. If it's cybercrime, you just contact Report Cyber. If it's financial and investment scams, you contact the Securities and Exchange Commission. If it's fraud and theft, you contact the FBI, the FTC, or your local police. If it's image-based abuse, what they call sextortion, cyberbullying, and illegal content, you contact the FBI. If it's spam, you contact your state's Bureau of Investigation or your state police. If it's a tax-related scam, then you contact the Internal Revenue Service. You can also, if you want to get help after you've been duped, you can also report scams to Facebook services, right? If you experience a scam on Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, or WhatsApp, you should contact the platform and inform them of the circumstances surrounding the scam. You can also get help by changing your online passwords, right? So that's if you think that your computer has been hacked or infected with malware or ransomware, use your security software to run a virus check if you think your computer has been compromised. You can also contact your local consumer protection agency, that is the equivalent of the FTC at the state or city level. And you can also contact a counseling or support service. Again, depending on where you live, some cities or counties or states have a counseling or support service for scam victims. All right, and you can also talk to your doctors, your local health professional, or someone you trust. The whole thing here is that don't keep things to yourself in this situation. You want to exchange. You want to talk to someone and explain what happened. All right, folks. This is it for today. I just want to quickly give you a recap. Online scams, how to spot a fake, how to protect yourself and avoid fraud, and where to get help if you've been duped. I broke down the whole show into 4 sections. I explained to you how to spot a fake. It could be a document, it could be an email, it could be a letter, whatever it is. It could be a picture. How to protect yourself, how to avoid fraud, and where to get help if you've been scammed. All right, call to action for today. Remember that this is the second video in a trilogy. We recommend you also watch videos 1 and 3. Video 1 is titled Top 10 Types of Online Scams You Must Know to Protect Your Identity and Avoid Significant Losses. And video 3 is How to Report an Online Scam to Law Enforcement. Thank you so much for listening to us today. I really appreciate it. The awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show, we appreciate your support and your suggestions. Until next time, remember, stay marvelous.